It's the April 2023 Course of Fire for NRL 22. Hey shooters, my name is Joe Lowley from Precision Match Timer. The new Course of Fire just came out and we have matches starting this weekend, so let's get right into it. Stage 1, April Fools. On the start, shooter will ascend the rooftop and shoot 2 shots at 3 different targets, from near to far. Then switch to support side and shoot the same targets from far to near. The only restrictions are simply that you have to be completely on the roof. No touching the ground. We haven't done a weak side shoot in a while, so I like seeing this come up. Targets are at 40, 70, and 80 yards. And they are all just about 1 mil in size. As for strategy, there's plenty of time to dial on this one, especially since we repeat the dope for the far target, making it only 4 changes on the turret. Also remember, it is a 12 round stage, so make sure you have a second magazine or your larger capacity magazine. So let's go try it. All right, gotta shoot the rooftop. Shot the rooftop this past month and I did terrible on it. Mostly because it was just a piece of plywood up on a bench and it was like a trampoline. And it was awful. Hopefully that gets fixed and it is more like this. It's got some sides and is actually like a real rooftop. So we got to shoot this one both strong side, weak side, and I think it should be fun. I like it. Set dope, 3 distances, out and back, and so we should be good to go. Shoot, ready? Engage. Whew. All right, playing time left, 30 seconds. And that's not too bad. As long as you have a sturdy rooftop, that is not bad at all to do. And I like shooting weak side. I actually am pretty decent at it. I think it's because I'm actually left eye dominant, so I can shoot lefty pretty well. So good, let's try the next one. Stage 2, I'm all ears. On the start, shooter will shoot from the barrel. 3 shots each, near to far. Then move to the 5-gallon bucket and shoot 2 shots each from far to near. Targets are at 55 and 90 yards. And size-wise, that makes them about 1 mil and 1.2 mils. Pretty straightforward for strategy. Just like the last stage, we'll dial. Lots of time, and you're only dialing twice because, again, we're repeating that far position. So let's go out and tuck bags and positioning. All right, you're gonna shoot barrel, bucket, quite frankly, I find the barrel, especially the top of the barrel, to be one of the steadiest platforms we have. So I don't have much problem off of that. The bucket is kind of a weird low position for me, so it's not my favorite, but I can easily shoot off of it. 2 distances, only 2 dials. This looks like a relatively easy stage. So let's go ahead and run it. Shooter ready? Engage. Trying to give it a little bit of time since it will probably be moving. Plenty of time, not that hard stage, super steady, very steady, not bad at all. So that should be a much better stage than the tires, that's for sure. 20 seconds. Stage 3, let's get hopping. On the start, shooter will shoot the target with 3 shots from each tank trap tip and then the center. You can shoot them in any order you want. The target is 100 yards and is 0.8 mils in size. This is a timed stage and it's 12 rounds. So don't lose points on these by shooting too fast. You can't make up a missed shot with speed points. But don't waste the clock. This past month, I didn't have a full magazine when I started, and I had to go to my backup magazine, which wasted time and lowered my overall score. All right, we're on the tank trap again. This is 3 shots at the target, total of 12 shots, 4 positions, 3 tank tips, and then the center here. And this is the time stage, so we need to do it fast. I think I will probably do it like I would do it in a match, which is to come and do the center first. The big reason I would do that is to get a wing call. This is the steadiest. I can get a wing call, figure it out, and then do it like that for the rest of them. So just my normal Area 419 medium bag, and let's get at it. Shoot ready? Engage. Done. 56 left. So, not bad. Felt good. Nothing different. It's a tank trap stage, and it's just put a little speed to it, and that's about it. So get your wing call, use it for the other ones. Stage 4, pay the tax man. On the start, shooter will go prone and shoot the KYL rack with 1 shot each. Hit or miss, move on. So the order is all 4 targets from large to small. Then you're going to repeat the same thing. All 4 targets, large to small. Then you're going to shoot the largest 1-inch target, and then you're going to shoot the smallest 1/4-inch target. This is a great way to design a stage so you're not waiting for targets to stop moving so you can shoot at them again. I like that. The KYL rack is at 50 yards, and that makes these targets 0.6, 0.4, 0.3, and 0.1 mil wide. So let's get out there and see what we can do. This is the prone stage, and not that much difference. A KYL rack prone stage. The order you have to shoot them at is good, and the big difference here for me is I have switched to using a different rear bag. I was using a Sandfill Schmedium as a rear bag, and I've switched to a full-size Game Changer, and it's still wax canvas, but it's got the light fill in it, so it is actually pretty light. It's big, so that if I'm ever on a prop where I just need a little bit more, I can turn it and use it. A buddy of mine suggested that I try it, and I've been very happy with it so far. I think it's steadier also than the Schmedium Sandfill for a rear bag. I like it. Just a little squeeze and you can change things very easily. I felt like I was always trying to move the sand around inside the Schmedium, so I'm happy with this. So let's go ahead and see what we can do shooting it. Ready? Engage. All right, plenty of time left. 56 seconds, just like tank trap. So fairly easy. I like the way it moves. I like the order you have to shoot them on. Biggest thing is shooting 1/4-inch targets if it's windy, and that's always the hardest part. So other than that, let's go on. Stage 5, Easter egg hunt. So we start with 3 tires all stacked up on top of each other, and next to that is 3 cement blocks all stacked up. On the start, the shooter will shoot 1 shot at each target. There are 2 distances, 60 and 100. At 60, there's a 1.5 and a 2-inch target. At 100, there's a 2.5 and a 3-inch target. Now those are all about 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 mils. About the same size. So on the start, the shooter will shoot 1 shot at each target, near to far and small to large, from 3 different positions. You're going to have the left half of the tire, the right half of the tire, and the cement blocks. Now the only thing that's a little weird on these is I'm not quite sure why we shoot the small target first. Usually you're shooting the easier target first, which is the big one, and then you go to the smaller one. But in these directions, near to far, small to large. So let's go see what we can do out on the tires and blocks. We're going to shoot off the tires, left side, right side, the blocks. Tires are really bouncy. I've tried a couple different things. I've looked at putting a bipod up on it, not enough room. I've tried just a single plate bag up on it. That worked okay, but it's still pretty bouncy. So I came up with putting 2 bags on it, and then the big ass bag is a rear bag, and that actually worked fairly well. So I'm gonna run it that way. So let's see what I can do. Engage. Alright. Didn't have much time left. I was really trying to get steady, and that took a little time. I think that's the best I've done so far. Just to give you a little bit of a difference. That is one bag. And that is 2 bags. I think it's a little steadier. Not a lot, but a little bit. All right, let's move on. So that's it for this month's Course of Fire. It is also the last Course of Fire for the season. I've had a great time with these videos. I know there are a lot of shooters who can go to multiple matches every month, but that is impossible for me. I shoot a good many PRS matches, also in center fire and rimfire, so a lot of my weekends are already taken up. So this allows me to get an idea of what I should do at the match I attend. I know a lot of you are in the same boat, and I hope it helps you. The match at 17 South is always good competition. There are quite a few really good shooters, and we tend to battle it out every month. It usually comes down to one shot, and sometimes comes down to just the time stage. I am hoping my scores are good enough to get to go to the finale in North Carolina, run by my buddy Chris Simmons. If you know Chris, you know it will be a tough match. If I get to go, I hope I run into you there. So with the end of the year, we also have some time to look forward to next season. So it looks like we have some new props coming to us for next year, so get ready for that. Otherwise, it is time for some PRS matches. I have one this weekend and a couple more this month. If you have any comments, please let me know what I can do to make these videos more helpful to you. I plan on going over some basics in the off season. You know, my rifle build, bags I use, ammo choices, things like that. If you have a suggestion, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And as always, thanks for watching and subscribing. See you at the next match.